This is Tin Caps Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to Tin Caps on Deck. Prior to this midweek showdown between your Fort Wayne Tin Caps and the Lake County Captains, here from Parkview Field, doing a little Wednesday interview. You'll hear this on the Thursday edition of Tin Caps on Deck, sitting here in the first base dugout, along with the Tuesday night starting pitcher for your Tin Caps, Matthew Watson. Matthew hit early last night, 4 runs in that first inning, but you come back out, 4 shutout innings. You finish 5 strong. You punch out 7, a career high. Looking at the very beginning, what was your mentality taking off of that second inning, fight through that adversity?
Yeah, sometimes, you go out there and there's days where you don't have it. It takes a little bit to find it, and that was just one of those days, battled through that first inning, was lucky to, get out of it and then get the dugout, and kind of regroup and, figure out what I needed to work on, and then ultimately kind of put it together and ended up getting you that 5th inning, and really it's anything I could do to get deep in that game and give us a chance to win at the end of the day.
I mentioned the career high 7 strikeouts. What was feeling right for you once you got settled?
Once I got the fastball command, better from that first inning, especially, once I got the fastball established, I was able to really start seeing some pitches, and I'm working off that, and that's really what kind of changed.
Mid-5 starts now in this role for this club. You came up in mid-April. You faced these captains making your professional debut at Classic Auto Group Park. You've been starting ever since the beginning of May. How have you gotten acclimated back into being a starter? I know we had a conversation last month, but being a few starts and being a month into this role now.
Yeah, I think, a lot of it was just getting a routine down, and learning that it's not just about the day you pitch, it's about preparation leading up to it, the 6 days before, and getting a chance to figure that out and really hone that in. And it's something I'm still working on, but it's getting better every week. It feels like more consistent.
What a part of that routine that you've had to pick up over the llast month was either something you were expecting prior to becoming a starter or not expecting at all when becoming a starter of pro ball?
I think it's a lot about balancing what days you want to really get after it and work hard, and then what days you need to prioritize rest and recovery. And starting out, it's something I've struggled with the past, is just kind of doing a little too much, and then getting to that hard day and not feeling the best, or kind of pushing through some stuff that's nagging with me, and it's it might have led to some injuries in the past, but I think now I'm paying a lot more attention to making sure I feel good on that start day.
The Tuesday night start day is always a fascinating one, especially in the Midwest League. It's the travel day 9 times out of 10 in a series when you're on the road, and here trying to set the tone at home. Ian Koenig was that guy last year for this team. He took a lot of pride in having this role and having this job to try and set the tone and start the week off strong. What are your thoughts on being the Tuesday night cap?
Yeah, the same thing that Ian mentioned. If you can really try to set the tone for the week, for your guys, and being that travel day on that Monday, it's you kind of turn the page from last week, and you're trying to set the tone.
Yeah, faced a captain's lineup last night. Pretty dominant left-handed hitting lineup. A couple of switch hitters in there as well. How does that change up your game plan when attacking a card like that?
Yeah, I think we went into it knowing that we had to establish a fastball, and obviously that doesn't always go as planned like it did in the first inning. It's sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. You make adjustments, but that was the main plan. A lot of lefties establish a fastball, didn't work off of that. And ended up putting it together there later, but yeah.
Talked to Justin DeCrisio just about 20 minutes ago, the hero for last night, the walk-off winner. What were the emotions like in the dugout once that ball got through the right side being free?
Oh, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Yeah, I've always loved, it seems like that's kind of our thing this year, is those late comeback wins, and the the energy's awesome. The dugout with the locker room after in the clubhouse after the game. And yeah, I mean, it's always fun to watch, fun to be a part of.
Eddie Ocker here with Matthew Watson prior to first pitch here tonight at Parkview Field. One last question for you. You mentioned comeback wins kind of being your guys' thing. The last 6 victories you have as a group are in comeback fashion. What is it about this team when fighting through adversity makes you guys gel like that and has you come out on the other side?
I think just being there for each other, man. Being there for each other. We spend a lot of time together. You know, when we're more time than we probably like. I don't know, just a lot of time together. And like whenever you do that, you know, you build like almost like a brotherhood type of culture. And whenever you're coming back and win those games, it feels like you're fighting for each other together.
Waddy, appreciate your time. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Line up some first pitch coming up next right here on the Tin Caps Radio Network.
Podcasts by Federated Media.